Hello, good evening, guys, and greetings to wherever you are. I thought I'd pop in today and talk about NPD, Narcissistic Personality Disorder. We're going to talk about narcissistic relationships today. A narcissistic person is one who has an inflated sense of self-importance, one that has needs a deep admiration, from others and seeks for attention. Someone who lacks empathy, someone who, underneath all that, underneath the mask, is a person who is sensitive and fragile to any critique that they may have. So, as you know, with Psychological Think Tank 360, we're here to think. I'm at the computer right now because I'm currently finishing off a chapter in my book. I'm writing a book coming out soon, so I hope you get the book. This narcissistic personality disorder, someone with an inflated sense of self-importance. It's inflated, and it's also it can be dangerous. I've seen a lot of people that are narcissistic and have narcissistic traits. People on social media. I call it social media narcissists, and I've also been in a relationship that had traits of narcissism, and it's really that narcissistic people appeal to your nature. They're very strategic. They have this deep sense of grandiose character, and they will lure you in. Narcissistic people lure people in, and slowly they sort of plan what they're gonna do. So a narcissistic personality, from the experience that I've had with dealing with young adults, I've met a young adult. She was a young lady. I referred her to one of my mentors, and one of my he's also a mental health consultant. This young lady, she had a narcissistic personality. Obviously, I could not counsel this young lady because obviously we cannot counsel people that we know. So I had to refer her to one of my mentors. When I referred this young lady, she sort of self-diagnosed herself after getting a professional's help. She self-diagnosed herself. Of course, my mentor consulted with me and told me what was wrong. We figured out that she had a narcissistic problem, and she self-diagnosed herself. But when you see this young lady on social media, she'll be dressing up nice, showing up, going on like everything is all right with her life, and it is not really what is meant, like what she puts out to be. She will go on, you will see her in events, and you won't think that she has that sort of problem. But a narcissistic personality, she would seek for that admiration everywhere else. She would seek it whereby she will cause havoc on the social media, but and also within her friendship. We also have men that are narcissistic. When you're in a relationship with a guy that is a narcissistic personality, that guy would appeal to your nature. The gentleman would appeal to your nature. He would sort of start off nice, as they always do, and you sort of like see the character coming out by being possessive, obsessive, extremely outrageous demands that they would put in front of your face, but the way they would approach you is through your vulnerable state. They wouldn't want empathy for you, because even if you cannot do it, because what it is, they lack empathy, because everything with an NPD personality, narcissistic personality disorder, is all about me. So I do not think about other people or the opposite side. We don't look outside the box. We're in our little bubble as narcissistic people, whereby even if you're damaging someone's self-esteem because your self-esteem is sensitive as a narcissistic person and very low, you don't recognize it because you think that's the norm. Therefore, you get a lot of people to admire you, like wanting to show that you're very important than everyone else, or the people around you. You know, I've seen these narcissistic personalities on social media as well, where people will package themselves, make believe selling a product which they're not at home. You're selling your product, but at home and in real life, you're not like that. It's called packaging yourself, you know, and it's a problem. But you know, a lot of people have traits of narcissists, not realizing that they need to check that. You know, there is things that one can do to check what it is that they are putting out into their space and into their world, and who they're bringing into their world. That emotional access that you're feeding out to people, and oftentimes we do not assess that. People do not check their ego check, and sometimes it can conflict with certain environments that you're in, and you know, those people that package themselves on I call it the social media outrages and so forth, and they'll make believe that they are making that sort of impact within what they're doing, but really they're not making that impact, and they're seeking for that admiration and that self-worth of importance. At work, in a work environment, a narcissistic would go to their boss and tell their boss they're the one that led the team to what the team is at now, or and that the team owes them some sort of thank you, you know. Well, a narcissistic personality would prey on someone who's vulnerable without having empathetic thoughts towards that. So yes, keep watching Psychological Think Tank, and we'll be getting a few guests in very soon. We'll be talking about mental health and the effects of mental health in the community, and the effects of mental health within the black culture and black people. I'm reading this book right now. She was my lecturer, Positive Psychology in a Nutshell, Bonniwell, Lorna Bonniwell. If anyone wants the book, they should get the book on Amazon. It's quite affordable. The book is about living your life in a positive way, in a nutshell, how to deal with it on a psychological aspect and things like that. So yes, we have spoken about NPD. I wanted to talk about it because there's a few of my friends that are facing narcissistic relationships, and they're not realizing that these relationships are narcissistically molding them into something that they shouldn't be, you know. So I after having those discussions with them, I thought, yes, we need to you know, aim to unpack a narcissistic character and personality. Yes, here we go. My phone's ringing, so I shall see you soon. Thanks for watching Psychological Think Tank 360.